Can I begin? Hello everybody. Today I will give a presentation about the skeletal system. It is about bones, like this. First, it is a summary. It is about the skeletal system. Without the skeletal system, we would unable to perform movements such as walking or grasping the slightest jar to the head or chest could damage the brain or heart. It will even be impossible to chew food. The framework of bones and cartilage that protects our organs and allow us to move is called the skeletal system. This is a definition. Now we will talk about the functions of the bones. The skeletal system performs several basic functions. It is support, protection, movements, mineral storage, and blood cell production, red marrow. First, let's talk about the support. The skeleton provides a framework of the body, and as such, it supports softer tissues and provides a point of attachment for many muscles. Protection. Many internal organs are protected by the skeleton. For example, the brain is protected by the cranial bones, the spinal cord. You know, this is head, this is body. The spinal cord, vertebra. This is the spinal cord. The spinal cord. Yes. By the vertebra, the heart and the lungs by the rib cage, and the internal reproductive organs by the pelvic bones. Movement. Bones serve as levers to which muscles are attached. When the muscles contact, the bones acting as levers produce movement. The skeletal system, the bones also can provide mineral storage. Bones store several minerals that can be distributed to other parts of the body on demand. The principal stored minerals are calcium, and phosphorus. Blood cell production, 造血. Red marrow in certain bones is capable of producing blood cells, a process called hematopoiesis or hemopoiesis. 这两个单词都是造血的意思，不同的表达方式。Let's say the last one is red marrow consists of blood cells in immature stages, fat cells, and macrophages. Red marrow consists of blood marrow produce red blood cells, some white blood cells, and platelets. And the three parts consists of the blood. 是血液组成的三种成分，三系。一般对，有时候病人感冒了会测一下血常规，然后就这种三个三系减少，白细胞、fat cells， 脂肪细胞。 Now we'll talk about types of bones. Almost all the bones of the body may be classified into 4 principal types on the basis of the shape. Four types: long bones, short bones, flat bones, and irregular bones. Long bones have greater length than width, consist of diabases and a variable number of epitheses. For example, metacarpals, metatarsals, and phalanges have only one epiphysis. Epiphysis 是骨头的意思，上面是3种骨头。The femur 股骨 actually has 4. Other long bones have 2. Long bones are slightly curved for strength, designed to absorb the strength of the body weight at several different points, so the stress is evenly distributed. 这是骨头，然后承担应力，然后它把它支撑到不同的点，然后就分散。吸收了一些压力。对，这让骨头更好的承受，避免骨折。然后 if such bones were straight, the weight of the bone will easily fracture. Fracture 就是骨折的意思。Examples of long bones include bones of thighs, legs, toothless arms, forearms, and fingers. 然后下面讲一下 short bones. Short bones are somewhat cube-shaped and nearly equal in length and width. The texture is spongy, except at the first surface. Texture 是质地的意思，spongy 是疏松，它们的质地是疏松的，除了它的表面，短骨它的表面是硬的，但是它里面是疏松的。Where there is a thin layer or compact bone. Example of the short bones are the twist and ankle bones. Then the third one, we talk about flat bones. Flat bones. Flat bones are generally thin and composed of 2 more or less parallel plates of compact bones, enclosing a layer of spongy bone. Flat bones are generally thin and this is right. Flat bones afford considerable protection and provide extensive areas for muscle attachment. Examples of flat bones include the carinae bones, 颅骨, which protect the brain. Yes. The sternum and the ribs, which protect organs in the thorax. 是胸部的肋骨. And the scapula. Now, the last one is irregular bones. Irregular bones. So, irregular bones have complex shapes and cannot be grouped in any of the 3 catalogs just described. They also vary in the amount of spongy and the compact bones present. Such bones include the vertebrae and certain facial bones. There are all 2 additional types of bones that are not included in this classification by shape. Suture and worming bones are small bones between the joints of certain cranial bones. Their number varies greatly from person to person. Sigmoid bones are small bones in tendons where considerable pressure develops. For existence in the twist, these like suture bones are also variable in number. 2 sesamoid bones, the petals, are present in all individuals. The last, we talk about aging in the skeletal system. There are 2 principal effects of aging in the skeletal system. The first effect is the loss of calcium from bones. This loss usually begins after age 40 in females and continues thereafter until as much as 30% of the calcium in bones is lost by age 70. In males, calcium loss typically does not begin until after age 60. The loss of calcium from bones is one of the factors related to a condition called osteoporosis. Osteoporosis. 破骨破骨 The second principal effect of aging on the skeletal system is a decrease in the rate of protein formation that results in a decreased ability to produce the organic portion of bone matrix. As a consequence, bone matrix accumulates a lesser portion of organic matrix and a greater portion of inorganic matrix. In some elderly individuals, this process can cause their bones to become quite brittle, 易碎 and more susceptible to fracture, 就缺钙容易骨折。That's all, thank you. Thank you.
Questions? Joe?
About our bones in our body. So, we can only know a little about how they function and how these bones to produce some sort of things in our body such as to protect our body, our tissue inside our organs.
Yeah.
But I still don't know how can to improve our
skeletal system.
Yeah. Okay, improve the aging about our bones. Can we do something like exercise to make our bones stronger?
Yes.
And to reduce the aging. 老化.
I think practice is the most important thing, and we should also keep the nutrition. Eat some things which contains calcium, phosphorus, and some mineral storage.
I think when you introduce us this information, can you just give us some concept about this medical words, this words for medical?
Yes.
Then we can understand more about this medical science.
The words about the clinical,
because most of these medical words are not familiar with us because we don't use in our daily life.
Yes, and this is only for our clinical students.
That's my question. So what about you, Tommy?
I have no questions.
Okay, thank you.
Function. And then three types.
Four types.
Four types. So one can avoid the aging. So
That's all, thank you.
No,